You got to do the thumbs up.
Of course.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? We're with fellow shaker Rochelle Anna, and she has built this really awesome birthday program. Birthdays are obviously hot in this group. We talk about birthdays a lot. And one of the reasons we do is because it is the number one reason that people go out to eat, like all year long. It's the number one reason. Like you ask any survey, what's the and almost everybody does. It's like 60% of the population or something ridiculous. So anyway, it's even more than anniversaries. It's more than you know uh, any other sort of special occasion thing. So anyway, everybody knows it's important. It's low hanging fruit for restaurants. Restaurants love it because they would much rather pay a little small premium to get their those customers in their door rather than having them go across the street. So Rochelle has done a kick-ass job of doing these sorts of campaigns, and she has a really unique take on it. I'm excited to say hi, introduce Rochelle.
Hi, everybody. So my name is Rochelle. I know there's a little bit of confusion about whether people should call me Anna or people should call me Rochelle. So I have two first names. It's actually Anna Rochelle, but I prefer to go by Rochelle. That's why I sort of switched my name to Rochelle Anna. But hi, hello. I've been in the milkshake method group, I think, since January this year or February.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, you can search the group for my earliest post, my earlier post. It was actually about the birthday campaign. I
Yeah.
think it was February that I posted that, and then yeah. So hi everybody.
So we had a lot of questions, and I want to get to those too. But just sort of like walk us through the evolution of how you got to the point where you started focusing primarily on birthdays.
Yeah. So a little backstory. So I'm a new digital marketing agency.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been in the business that long. I started in August of 2018. So
Mm-hmm.
that's when I registered my company, Tiny Rock Media. Before that, I was in corporate for almost 2 decades. So, so almost 20 years I was in corporate. I was doing finance, technology, consulting. So the last job that I had was with Ernst and Young, and I was working with banks and insurance companies, working on their projects, which were global projects. Basically, working on installing like these large scale systems that work across the world. So I'm pretty used to working remote, working with other people from across the world. So, long story short, to answer that question, so when I started with my digital marketing agency, as most new agencies do, I was going after every niche. So I was going, the first customer that I had or client I had was a real estate agent. And then I had, I think, one more. And then that's when I started looking at other niches like restaurants, massage spas, bike shops. Because I was from Jeff Miller's group, if anybody knows that. So I joined this inner circle around the same time that I started my digital marketing agency. So that was where I started. So there's a few niches that are in the course, in Jeff Miller's course, but I'm not going to go into that. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, yeah. So I started doing different niches. I'm still in different niches now, but I want to niche down into restaurants. So that's what I started doing maybe 3, 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then birthday campaigns was something I learned also in the inner circle from Mackenzie Liberman.
Mm-hmm.
If you know her from ManyChat, she's
Sure.
active in the ManyChat community. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So you had one that blew up that really got my attention. That one steakhouse in Illinois, and that's the one I actually posted to the group here. But I kind of wanted to get through. Uh, so I wanted to go through some of the results from that first, And then we can kind of like, I just kind of want to wow people with the, you can get with, you can talk about anything. It doesn't have to be that one particular thing. You can talk about any restaurant that you've done. But if you want to just share your screen quickly, I'll manipulate the screen so that people can see it. Are you doing that?
Okay, hold on. What I wanted to share was okay, give me a minute.
And the reason I wanted to point that out is because you have a little bit of a different take than I think most people do as far as targeting your ads. I think for the most part, most people have very similar styles when it comes to like offers, the styles of restaurants that give these things away. But I think what really caught my attention about you was the ad targeting itself and why that works so well. And because I think that's the sort of the secret sauce that I think a lot of people are missing. And I really want you to go into that if you can too. So once we share it.
Okay. So maybe
Is that
in there.
okay? There you are. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just talking briefly about the targeting while you're off there, and just why it just makes it so interesting to me. Here, I'm gonna let you share your screen here.
I meant to share the other.
Yeah, what I'll
Did
do,
you see that?
I'm actually going to pull myself down, and what I'm going to allow you to do is once I pull my screen down, because Be Live is weird like this, they haven't figured this out. But I'm going to pull myself down here. You can just talk about it for a couple of minutes, and then say, "Hey, Phil, jump right back in." If there's somebody on there that knows how to do this better than me, like, put me on it, but I just don't. Like, so I'm gonna pull myself down. I'll let you talk, and then you have the floor.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's also my first time using Be Live. I'm still getting used to it as we speak. So what I'm sharing is, okay, so this is my best performing birthday campaign, guys, which I've been running for the Illinois restaurant that Phil shared in the group. So it's been running since the 13th of May until now. Total sales from the birthday campaign is about $24,000 now. So it's averaging about 3,000 to 3,400 per month. And then to touch on what Phil said about what am I doing differently. So I know the birthday campaign is something that everybody's seen in the group. I've also spoken to a few of you over the phone, over calls. So I guess what I'm gonna share is the first thing is for the birthday campaigns, what I do is I run them monthly. So my offer is valid until the end of the month. They can redeem their offer until the end of the month. So it's not like a 7-day campaign where you ask people to redeem their birthday offer in 7 days.
Jump in there real quick.
Yeah.
So can you? No, I rather than so I want to make sure that that's clear. So you target them. For example, you target all December birthdays. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so you target all December birthdays, not just upcoming 7 birthdays.
Yes.
Okay, and as such, you say, "Hey, December birthdays, you want to come in for whatever, click on this and you have 30 days to come in." So it's not like, what really confused me at first was, so you have a 30-day expiration date on it? Is that how you do it?
It's not really 30-day, but by the end of the month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so if somebody has a birthday on the 31st, then that's the only day that if they see the ad then. Is that what you're saying? So it's kind of...
So people who opt in, like if their birthday is the last day of the month, we give them 7 more days to redeem. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
It makes sense. All right, I'm gonna drop the screen down again, and then you can talk. I just had
Sure.
to interject there.
Sure. So that's the first thing. I run the offer till the end of the month. The second thing I would say is um, we engage with the. So I run a post engagement campaign. I don't go out with a messages campaign first. I do a post engagement campaign. I post it on the restaurant's Facebook page so that the restaurant owner sees it, the other people also see it. It's like social proofing. Um, so it's posted on the Facebook page. What I do is we reply to everyone who comments, and there's two reasons for that. One is you engage the people like humanly. Uh, Responding to them. They're just not they're not commenting, and nobody is replying to them on the post. So we reply to them and make sure that they feel that somebody is looking at their comments and responding to their comments. Second reason why we do that is some people who comment on the post, and if you're using like a comment growth tool, which is what I do, the post engagement campaign works with a comment growth tool. So every time somebody comments on a post, the comment growth tool gets triggered. The opt-in message gets sent automatically. So some people they don't check their messenger for whatever reason. So when we comment on the post, we say that okay, please check your message. We sent you a message. Please respond to that message so that we can send your birthday offer coupon. So that's the second thing. What else is different? So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So if you can go through again, so what that's those are two stark differences from how I do it, which is interesting. I'm going to test it out this way. Is the only drawback that I've ever had to the adding a comment growth tool directly to the timeline rather than have it as a dark post, as just an ad, a standalone ad, is the potential for abuse. So somebody comes in and says, it's not my birthday this month. How do you prevent against that sort of abuse? Or somebody has a July birthday, but they're coming in December, saying, "Hey, look at me! I'm here to get my free gift." I just know that I just know my clients, and I know that these are the dumb questions they'll ask me. So,
Okay. So terms and conditions. So once they opt in, there's actually terms and conditions that the bot sends out, saying that they have to show some sort of ID at the restaurant in order to prove that it's their birthday this month. So it's actually up to the restaurant. If somebody comes in and it's not their birthday month, it's up to the restaurant whether they want to accept that person.
okay, gotcha. So they
Yeah.
have to show an ID or something like that, or some other sort of proof that they actually have a birthday that month, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that solves that. So what you're saying is longer duration, posting directly to the page itself. That's how you're getting these 27% redeems. Now,
Mm-hmm.
What happens when for example, my best performing campaign in birthdays are around 18%, and I think I'm the shit when I see that, but like this is completely this is completely new. Like this is something that I need to be taking some of these pieces of advice. So if you have, so number one, you're targeting people within the birthday month. So if people that are watching it are familiar with the birthday targeting part of Facebook ads, you can basically target anybody that has a birthday in the next 7 days, or you can target people within their specific birthday month. And what she's been doing is very first of the month, right? You post, you have a birthday this month, great. Here is your here's your opportunity to come in and get a coupon. Just type in your favorite whatever, and then maybe tag a friend that you want to bring along with you. You don't use the word tag, but whatever it is. And then these are so you basically put it organically on the main page, which increases social proof, which increases the amount of comments, which also sort of gets people hyped up with their friends, things like that on their birthday. Right now, I'm using a keyword, a send message keyword campaign, and I'm noticing that those prices are a little bit higher. I'm curious to know I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to figure it out with my bots. I use Al's bots, which are amazing, and but I'm gonna switch it up a little bit so that I can have some of those things in there that are like you know your ideas. So
Yeah.
that
Oh, by
totally.
the way, the third thing in terms of targeting, I also include like friends of people with birthdays. So, there are some keywords there where you can target people with friends who are celebrating their birthday in the next 0 to 7 days, 7 to 30 days, or friends of men or women. So there's about 6 that are related to friends of people who are celebrating their birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And I also include that in the targeting so that when a friend, usually it's a spouse that will comment on the post saying that their husband or their wife is actually celebrating their
Okay, so this is beyond just people that have birthdays. This is anybody that has birthdays in the next 7 days, is what you're saying? Like friends of those people that have birthdays in 7 days, or friends
yeah
of people that have birthdays in November? No.
yeah friends of people who are selling. So in Facebook, there's about 6 or 7 targeting. I
Mm-hmm.
I would say keywords that are phrased friends of men who are celebrating their birthday in the next 0 to 7 days, friends who are celebrating in the next 7 to 30 days. So it's 0 to 7 days and 7 to 30 days. So these are friends of people who are celebrating their birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Very cool. All right, all right. So, what about? Can you talk a little bit about creative itself? I don't really see much of a difference between, you know, um, our two creatives. Are you comfortable sharing some of that?
Yeah, sure. So what
Okay.
I do is a
Do you
short
have an
video.
example you can pull up?
It's actually on my page. Let
Okay.
me.
I can pull this down while you search. You lost me. Here I am.
Okay, let me bring that up.
So, in the meantime, I'm going to go through a couple of questions. Got a bunch of different questions from folks. Hopefully, I can find them. Okay, Lori has got a flurry of questions. Um,
I saw that.
okay, Dan said he didn't hear us when we were talking about targeting. I need to find out more information. What do you mean about that? Um, so when do you adjust the targeting for the following month, or is it just a new ad? So I think he means you adjust the targeting every month. Obviously, you do because you're targeting people that have birthdays in December, birthdays in January, birthdays in February. So that's what I'm assuming he's asking. And yes, these are new ads every month. You're adjusting the targeting every month. So it's not
That's right.
nearly as hands off. It's not nearly as hands off as the one that I do that I currently have. Mine is sort of like a Ron Popeil, like set it and forget it thing. But this is more like there's a little bit more care involved. And what I see from this is that by focusing on the friends of friends, I'm assuming that you're making it more of an event for multiple people. So like there's this psychological effect of yes, we're going out to eat for your birthday, and yes, we're going to Rochelle's restaurant.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. So I have
So
this.
yeah,
That's
let
the
me get this
example that I
pulled up
have.
here. Just a second. I'll pull myself down. You can.
Yeah, so this is the exact ad that I'm running. Just ignore that birthday campaign demo at the beginning because it's actually a demo. You can actually go there and try it out for yourself. So the creative that I'm using is it's a short video. It's one of the templates actually when you create the creative in Facebook Ads Manager and you go to video templates. Um, it's one of the 6-second video templates, a square image, and I like to use a birthday cake in my creatives, and at the top I use happy birthday just to call out people who are having their birthday, and at the bottom is the offer, which is celebrate with a free dinner. I don't know what happened there. Is Phil, are you there? Yeah.
Yep. I'm here. All right. So okay, that's cool. Let me pull that up at the same time, and that way we can. I know this is annoying people. Sorry about the live, but all right. So the 6 7 second video is interesting to me because, um, it's interesting that you're getting the results you are, because I've only had, of the dozens of comment growth tools that I've run before, uh, the one that I've never had much success with is a video. So I'm curious why it is yours is working. So I'm assuming because Facebook, the algorithm is basically saying, hey, people are commenting on this. Let's find more people that like to comment on stuff, right? And
Yeah,
then because when you run an engagement ad to a video, some of that budget is sucked up with video views. And they actually consider that an engagement if you use engagement on a video and get the engagement objective on a video. That makes sense.
yeah,
It's interesting to me that you use video. Have you tried it the other way? Have you tried it with images as well?
yeah. I've tried it with images as well. Um, for a messages campaign. So if I'm using messages, I use an image instead of a video.
Mm, okay.
And
For
yeah,
a
I think
you're saying for a comment growth tool, you're using a video. Anything else that's a messaging campaign, you use a static image.
yeah.
Cool.
And it's true what you said. I mean, I'm not as intelligent as Facebook's AI. So, the important thing is to test. So if your static image is not working, try a short video.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, the Facebook AI will tell you which one works better.
Cool. All right. So a couple questions. Okay. David asked a question. Well, what's the offer? It's a BOGO, right? So,
Oh,
right.
it's not a BOGO. It's
It's just a free dinner. That's it.
yes, it's a free dinner, but there's a minimum spend. So in terms of offer, I don't do a BOGO. I do a free meal, but there's a minimum spend. In this case, it's a $25 minimum spend. Yeah, and I think it sort of encourages people to bring more people, because if you do a BOGO, they're already thinking that I should bring just one other person with me to get this
Mm-hmm.
free
Mm-hmm.
free birthday offer.
But they
Yeah,
could go on their own if they wanted to. So
yeah,
this solves the issue that I have with a lot of single people that complain that they don't have to bring a friend because
mm.
maybe they're new to town and they just don't have anybody to go with. This kind of solves that issue. Um, and then also, I'm looking at a couple questions here. Some of the redemption process. This is from Lori. Success fee is a very special high end restaurant that a free meal on birthday might be $50. Is that the case? Is it because it's a high end restaurant that the success is happening? No, this is a steak.
No,
Kind of like
yeah,
a
it's a steakhouse. It's a casual.
it's kind of like
It's a mom and pop restaurant.
yeah. Like I
Yeah,
check it out. It's like a uh, what do you call it? It's like if you're familiar with Lone Star Steakhouse. There's like you know things like that. It's like it's not really
it's
a higher end steakhouse.
yeah, it's not a franchise.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, but they do have a good, they're a good restaurant. They're known in the neighborhood, in the community, as a good restaurant. People love the restaurant, so I guess that's also one reason why it's been successful.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
So now,
community supports them.
so you're saying that if you want to have success at something like this isn't necessarily because it's a brand new place and no this is like a well established place just looking to kick their birthday program into high gear. This is
Yeah, yeah. I
now.
would suggest, if people wanted to get a really good start with the birthday campaign, is to find the restaurants who already have um, good reviews on their Facebook pages. I mean, their Facebook page, and there's some following, like at least 1,000 people following the page. And then if you look at the page, are they actively posting their menu, their offerings on the page? Yeah. So because if you go with maybe a new restaurant, it will be harder. Yeah, I think so.
And so if you're Lori is asking, you actually go in and comment on every single post, on
Yes.
every single you reply to every comment is what you're saying, even if it's
Yeah.
just a tag or something.
Yes. So I have a VA who does that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they only take 15 to 30 minutes per day, so it's not a lot of effort.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
cool. You have a VA do it. Highly recommend that. And I think we were going to ask, or was going to talk to you about VAs, but I hope I got everybody. If I didn't, apologize. So, what do you charge for the program? It's one from David.
Okay, so different places have different pricing. In this case, my standard pricing is actually 880 per month. So in my standard pricing sheet, I put 880 and what they're gonna get. Plus, there's a installation fee for the bot of $240, which is a one-time fee.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we negotiate, I either remove the one-time installation fee and I just say, okay, I'll waive the installation fee. I'll give you an additional discount. Probably I'll go down to 750. So
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be 750 per month.
Cool.
Yeah,
And does that include ad spend? That's
that's excluding ad spend.
excluding. And what do you? David's asking: is there a required ad spend account or amount?
So in my pricing sheet, what I say is they have to cover ad spend of $5 to $8 per day.
It's not bad.
Yeah, but usually I only use $5
Mm-hmm.
per day. Yep.
Cool, cool. All right. Some of the questions that I wrote out beforehand for you, and some of these are from the other post. A lot of people are asking because you're in Virginia right now, visiting family, um, but you your home base is Singapore.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you do it? How do you manage to, number one, how do you find these clients? And then what do you do when you get them? How do you communicate with them? What are the sorts of things you do to earn their business to begin with?
Okay. Great. So I've tried different ways. So there's inbound marketing, as you all know, and then there's outbound marketing where you actually go there and send a cold message out or reach out to restaurants. And what's been really working for me is inbound marketing. So I post my results in groups. I post my stuff in groups, and you don't see people commenting on your post, but they will message you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the best way for me. If I'm doing like outbound, then the best way so far that I've seen is the one that you suggested in the group, which is messaging Facebook pages,
Mm-hmm.
and then asking them if they have a birthday special. So
Yeah.
I've had really great results with that because I have tried like cold emails. Um, what else have I tried? LinkedIn is also working, so you can also connect with people on LinkedIn, particularly restaurant owners, and offer them the same sort of, that you can reach people, a certain number of people in that area, and if they wanted to an additional 30 to 50 birthday bookings, I guess that's how the script goes. So yeah, that works with LinkedIn, that works with messaging Facebook pages directly.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've tried cold emailing before. That was, I don't know, maybe I was doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting responses on the first message, which was the same, like, do you have a birthday special? And then
Yeah.
after that, I'd send a second message and I wouldn't hear anything from them. Yeah. So what else have I tried in terms of outbound? Yeah, so in-person events, I've also tried that. I had a really bad experience with in-person events when I was just starting out back in August.
Mm-hmm.
So that put me off the agency for I think 6, 7 months. So when I started in August, I I started an in-person events in August, September, and then from October until maybe March, I sort of gave up on the agency thing, and I was planning to go back to corporate. I was submitting job applications.
Hmm.
Yeah, so then I just refocused on the agency around April this year. Yep. Yeah, so that's what's been working for me. Yeah, try that.
And David's asking another. David's just full of questions today. Um, uh, he wants to know how many clients have you closed using these methods?
So with inbound, so right now I'm not actively prospecting because I have like I have 7 clients now. So I can't I take on like the clients that I want to take on after. So I have a book author that I'm gonna sign on soon. So I have 3 restaurants now, 2 real estate agents, a financial planner. Yeah, there's a lot. So I'm not actively prospecting now, but I would say if you want to get leads, try that Facebook page method, because I've tried that for 2 days when Phil shared it in the group. And yeah, I if I remember my tracker, I think it was 42% response rate. And then you start to qualify them based on their birthday offer, right? You won't go for a restaurant that has free appetizer or a free dessert. So
That's interesting. Okay, that's
yeah,
so you're asking them what do they offer for
yeah,
as for the birthday, and if they say, "Oh, we do free meals," that's an easy yes.
yeah,
That's an easy transition, is what you're saying. That's cool.
yes,
All
yes.
right, I can dig that. So,
Yeah. Oh, and I think I didn't answer the second part of the question, which is what do I do when they book the call with me, when I have a call with them.
uh-huh.
So I have a slide deck, which is about 45 slides of questions. It's a discovery call type of slide deck. And I share with them the birthday campaign, and then I ask them about their goals. Why are you interested in this birthday program? How much sort of revenue you're looking for? And then I also do, prior to the call, I do some research on the potential for that restaurant. So to do that research, I just go to Ads Manager, enter their address, enter a $5 budget, do the birthday targeting. So you will get the potential reach, the estimated daily post engagements, and then you can estimate how many people. You can give them an estimate on how many people you're gonna get into the restaurant. Maybe I'll look for that slide and I'll bring that up while you look at the other questions.
Yeah, sure. That's cool. So when you search for that, I want to get on to the next one. So you currently have a team of people that you work with. Now, one of the questions from Tim in there was about, do you give your VAs any scripts? Or they're not actually doing the prospecting for you. That's actually you doing that prospecting, right? So the VA's role is basically just task work. Is that correct?
So the new team that I have now is that sales and account management team in
So
Hanoi. So we're just starting that. So they are going to do prospecting and closing sales. And then I have other people, VAs, doing the commenting on the posts, responding to messages on the posts. Yeah.
It's a very good use. I've had mine help out with commenting before. It's a super efficient way to rather than spending an extra $5 to boost a post or something, getting them to comment and get them to tag their friends in an additional way, just like organically, it's well worth so much more than that extra $5 you might spend. So anyway, so what are we looking at here?
So this is my discovery sites. Okay, this is the name of the actual restaurant, so I don't want to show that.
No, it's okay.
So this is actually a restaurant in Australia, but I didn't close them. My mistake was I didn't get the business partner on the call. So I didn't know that he had the business partner. It would have been better if the business partner was on the call too. Okay, I think you can show that. That should be fine.
Back.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm back. All right.
Sure.
Let's all right.
Okay.
I'll figure out Be Live one of these days.
Okay, so this is one of the slides in my discovery call slide. So this is something that I prepare before the call. And as you can see, at the very end is the most interesting thing, which is I do like monthly estimates. How many redemptions do I estimate to get them with the birthday marketing campaign? So it's just working backwards. I go to my ads manager, enter their address, and then do my usual targeting, which is 18 to 65, and then the radius targeting and the birthday in November in this case. Then I put the daily budget. So that will give you the potential reach, and then that will also give you the daily estimates in terms of post engagement and the reach. So as you can see with this example,
This is sorry to keep butting in here, but so this is Melbourne, obviously bigger city. The 77,000 people, you're reaching them through. Let's say they have a December birthday. You're also reaching friends of people who have December birthdays. So you're using those other interests as well.
Yeah.
Okay, friends of people that have birthdays coming up in 7 days. Friends of people that have birthdays coming up in 7 to 30 days.
Yes.
Okay, so that's where that number is coming from, and then that's 18 to 65 plus.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then to get the monthly estimate, just multiply those numbers by 30. And in terms of the opt-ins, I just multiply it by 1.5%. So this is just an estimate. So 1.5% of the number of people reached. I hope you're getting that. So it's 122 opt-ins, which is the estimate, and I do a 30% redemption rate. So 30% of 122 gives you 36. So when I talk to the restaurant owner, we land on this number, and this is where the conversation will be around, like, how many redemptions am I gonna see? That those are usually the questions they're gonna ask. How do you guarantee that you'll get this number of redemptions? And I say I can't guarantee that. There's a few, it depends on your offer. So that opens up the conversation about what offers they are willing to do. Yeah, and then of course we go into the reminders. I tell them we send regular reminders, so we don't just ask people to opt in and leave them alone. We do send them reminders to encourage them to go to the restaurant. So this is what I call the birthday marketing potential slide. Just telling them what's the potential with this campaign for the restaurant.
Cool. All right. So some couple questions. Thank you for sharing that.
Sure.
A couple questions, and this is a really good one from Lori. Forgot to even ask you this myself. Is what are you going to do coming January? Obviously, 24 plus 1's going away on the 15th. It's a question that's on everybody's mind. Are you planning on incorporating SMS, email to, or is it just one message and just sort of pray for rain?
Definitely still doing. So in terms of reminders, what I'm doing now is weekly reminders. I send out reminders every Thursday, and that's messages, email, and yeah, I only do messages and email because SMS, there's an additional expense for them. So I have been looking at the stats for email. They've been, the open rates are of course lower, so definitely I will need to continue sending messages using the paid option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So your main plan is to use paid to
messages.
recruit.
Yeah.
And what's the cost and what are you getting back from that? Have you tested it yet?
No, I haven't tested it yet. Um, there will be an additional cost for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the email open rates are not encouraging. That's why I think we still need to send reminders via messages.
Mm,
Yeah.
cool. So paid. There it is. All right. Any other questions from anybody? Oh, I wanted to give you a shout out because you're doing a free 4-day thing starting
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So if you guys want that link, just like type link down below um, or something, and I'm sure you can just send whatever that link is. People can sign up for that. It's you talk more about what it is and
Yeah.
you know yeah.
Yeah. So
So
in that 4-day free training, I walk through how to set up the flavor of the birthday campaign that I set up.
mhm.
So if you are pretty familiar with setting up birthday campaigns and setting up the bot, it might not be, good for you because it covers the basics. Yeah. So if you are pretty new with it would be very good for you to join that.
Cool. So it's mainly for new people, but not necessarily. You're saying that like, are you training people how to set up these campaigns? Like,
Yeah.
okay, and you said you're going to offer some scripts and things like that in there as
Yeah.
well. Cool. All right. So if you guys want the link, just say you're interested or link or whatever you got to do. Thank you, Rochelle, for
Oh,
and I hope you feel better. You're kind of sick, aren't you?
yes. My son is sick, so he has the flu, and he sort of passed it on to me, of course.
That sucks. I'm
There's
sorry.
no way around that.
Well, I hope you have a nice holiday, and just holler at me if you need anything. And
Yeah.
oh, say you want the thing below. Did we lose audio? No, we're still good. Yeah, just say you want the link down below, and Michelle will send that to you.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Rochelle.
Bye.